Alright YouTube, what's up? Zach here with Mobile Gaming Mayhem. We're back on our Clash of Clans, our Town Hall 7, and I wanted to show you guys some of my attack replays from my farming. But before we do that, I'm going to talk about the condition of my base at the moment and what I'm going to be upgrading real soon. So now our king is actually upgrading from level 2 to 3, which is awesome, which means he only has 2 more levels until he gets that Iron Fist ability, which is going to be great. We have one of our mortars upgrading, and I have to do one more after that. So I think what's going to happen is when that king is done in about 6 hours, I'm going to upgrade my third mortar, so I'm just done with those, and that's out of the way. And then I'm going to move on to farming up my walls. So my plan for walls is every night when I'm just sitting, watching TV or watching Netflix, I farm up one little square of these walls. See, I already have 2 of these. That's from 2 nights ago, and this is from last night. So that's the plan with that. So within the next, I don't know, 4 days, my base should all be covered in Town Hall 7 level walls. So hopefully that gets done. I don't know. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. Maybe I'll get lazy and I just won't attack. So I do have a few replays to show you guys, and then we're going to jump into a live raid with the same army that's in these replays. So this here, I did lose, and I lost a whole 24 trophies, but I was up a little high to find good loot anyway, so I wasn't too mad about it. So this is just one of those raids where you can see almost all of the loot is inside the gold mines and the elixir collectors. So I'm not really too worried about breaking into the base. And I know that if I just throw down, 5, 6 barbs and 5 or 6 archers on every single one, I'll get most of the loot. So we're going to speed up through this initial process of just throwing down guys because it's not really much to watch. Alright, so we just slow down a little bit there. I just pick off another gold mine, and this is where it starts to get a little bit interesting. You can see that there's no gold mines or collectors left on the outside of the base. There is 1 gold mine there on the left inside the walls, and 2 inside the walls on the right. And then there is these elixir pumps down here, but I'm not really looking for elixir at the moment, so I'm not worried about them. But up here, I do really want to get these 2 gold mines because they have 200k gold inside them. Well, actually, probably like 150 because there is this one on the left. But I throw down the rest of my barbs and archers over here to try to grab those, and they only get 1. And then these barbs over here don't really do much. I don't really know why I put those there. That was kind of silly of me. So I'm now looking and that there's 100k left, and half of it is inside that gold mine, so I have to get that. So I throw down my max level Clan Castle Wizards, and right before they get shot down by that mortar, they just one-shot that gold mine, and I grab the rest of that loot, which is awesome. So I walk away from this raid with 340,000 gold that I use to upgrade my walls, which is great. So that was a pretty awesome raid, although I did lose 34% no star. The next one kind of makes up for that a little bit. So using the same strategy again, we went into another raid, this time with a Clan Castle Dragon instead of Clan Castle Wizards. So same deal here, the gold mines and collectors. And just a tip for you guys, if you want to tell how much is in those gold mines or collectors, you can obviously see, but it's a little hard to tell, especially with the gold mines, if they're full or not. I mean, obviously that one looks full. Sometimes it's kind of hard to tell. The best way to judge it, I've found, is looking at the dark elixir collectors, if the base has those. If you look at the dark elixir collectors, it's really easy to judge how full they are since they fill up so fast. It's like 7 hours versus the 3 days for a gold mine to fill up fully. So that's a really easy way that I've found to just check how much loot is in the collectors of the base. So speeding up through this part, it's the same process that happened in the last video, just picking off those gold mines and collectors. The little interesting part that does happen in this raid happens at the end, when I try to go for that 50% 1 star to try to make up for those 24 trophies we lost in the other raid. So we're sitting pretty happy at almost 300k of each resource, and there is a gold mine and collector up top that I want to grab. So I throw in the last of my troops to get those, and they do manage to grab them just before the Teslas and mortars pick them off. So now I'm looking around thinking, where can I get my extra percentage points? So I throw in my king, hoping he'd grab that builder hut and the army camps, but he didn't get it. So I had to throw in that Clan Castle Dragon to clean it up, and he doesn't have any problems at all grabbing those 2 army camps for me and clutching that 50% before I just end the raid. So that was another huge raid, 332,000 gold and almost 300,000 elixir. There was no dark elixir near these raids, but I wasn't too worried about it since I'm really focused on my walls right now. So after those 2 replays of using that army, you can see that I have the same thing trained up right here. And we're going to go ahead and see if we can't find some massive gold in another live attack. That is a crazy Town Hall 8, no way I'm attacking that. Not enough loot for me and kind of a weird base. Not enough loot. Sometimes I have to search like 20 times to find a base, and sometimes it's within the first 3 searches that I actually find some loot. Alright, this doesn't look too bad. You can see that maybe a quarter of the loot is in these gold mines, and then there is a gold storage up there on the outside, and that one's kind of hard to get to, but it could be possible. So we're just going to go ahead and attack this base. Let's throw down a few archers here to see if we can pick off any of those army camps. Alright, I did not even notice the clan castle was right there. So make sure you always lower clan castle troops, guys, because that could have really messed up my raid if I hadn't noticed it right now. So we're going to go ahead and just throw in some archers to take care of them, since there is no splash damage that can hit us out here. It's going to take quite a few to get rid of those giants. I think those are level 6 giants, yeah, I think those are level 6 giants. So we're going to go ahead and just throw in a line of barbs down here, along with a line of archers, and then since these are all mines, we're going to throw in some goblins to make really quick work of them. That should grab us a decent amount of gold. Now, up on the top right, there is those elixir collectors, but I'm not too worried about them, like I said, but we'll just throw in a few guys up top, try to grab a little bit of elixir just to pay for the troops that we use. So now we need to pick off as much buildings as we can up top, so that we can expose that gold storage that's right inside the walls. But I have to be kind of careful because I don't have my king, and I'm running a little low on troops right now. So it doesn't look like these guys are going to be able to get rid of those barracks on their own, so I'm going to have to throw in another batch, so it doesn't look too good as far as getting into that gold storage without using any spells. So I think we're going to have to drop a heal spell right near this mortar. Oh my gosh, they're going up to the builder hut. Come on now, guys. Now I only have 10 barbs left to send in as tanks for my archers. So you know what, we're going to be dumb, send them all in one spot, and then let's throw in a heal spell just to keep them healed up from that mortar, and throw in our goblins. Never mind. Apparently the goblins have a mind of their own and decide that those elixir pumps look really tasty and the gold storage is just not worth it. So those goblins grabbed us some extra elixir, whatever. That's not really that great. I wanted this gold, but they did manage to grab that 1 star as well, so I'm not too mad about that, I guess. Good job, goblins. Looks like all of our troops died off. We didn't get all the gold. I'm assuming the rest of it is right here in this gold storage, even though it looks empty. Really silly. Come on, Supercell. Be more accurate with your gold storages. But I think that's going to be the end of that raid, and we got 162,000. That's not too bad. That's almost a level 7 wall. So, speaking of level 7 walls, let's go ahead and just upgrade one now. So there's a level 7 wall, and we need to get our heal spell back, and then train up the troops that we use. So my layout for farming is 20 goblins, 70 barbs, and the rest archers. Now I do have 1 barrack upgrading because I'm trying to get dragons in all of my barracks. So at the moment it takes quite a while for me to train up my armies, maybe 35-40 minutes sometimes if I don't check in right away, just because I don't have all 4 of my barracks. So this army is really awesome for getting gold and elixir, but if you really want to go for dark elixir, I suggest you use giants and archers. It's just the way to go. So I'm pretty sure that's going to be the end of the episode here, guys. I don't have any more replays for you right now, and I have to wait for these troops to train up before I can do another live attack. So next time you see me, I'll be doing some more live raids and probably covering our current clan war that's going to start in 4.5 hours. So maybe you'll see a video on my clan war attacks later tonight. But until then, I'll see you guys around.